Right, we are golden. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our seasonal anime club and seasonal anime roundup. All right, let's just go. Just jump right into it, because you know many of you know I was sick for a whole freaking week, so that sucked. So I don't want to think about that now, so we'll just go straight into the charts and stuff. All right, so let's see. This is for summer, so the previous season. This is gonna be a roundup of that season, and yeah, and then we'll do the fall season. It's already started. Actually, I should have done this about a week ago, but I was waiting for stuff to finish. So. Okay, let's start from the beginning with Am I Actually the Strongest? Which should probably be called Am I Actually the Dumbest? Because I watched this one around 3 episodes total, 4 episodes in, and I started getting so bored. Because it's an isekai. So there's that. But 2, it was just condescending. It just felt like it was just dragging on and on, so I just dropped it. Oh, that one's done. Blue Orchestra, Chibi, I didn't watch that. Alright, Atelier Ryza. Ever Darker and Secret Hideout, the animation. So, originally I had said that this was gonna be one of the big ones, right? And it kind of was, but, like, how do I describe it? It wasn't bad, right? It wasn't bad, but it felt... It felt like this was a tutorial mission, because this is based on a game of stuff that you're an alchemist. Honestly, I didn't even do research. I was gonna just hope the anime would be enough, but the only thing this anime had going for it was that it had Ryza's thighs, because apparently that's a big thing, and I mean, it wasn't wrong. But the whole, I didn't even finish it. It had 13 episodes and I was 1 behind. I left off at 12. It just felt like it was one long introductory mission. Like the first, like not even like the first act of a game. But it was just like that. So it was pretty meh for me. Ayaka, I watched the first episode of this and got kind of bored, and then I watched the second episode halfway through and then completely I hated it. It was just boring, so I just skipped that. Ayakashi Triangle, I didn't finish it. I feel so bad. I didn't finish it because originally it had stopped like at episode 7, and it's like about like gender bending and stuff, so it was pretty cool. So I was enjoying that, and then it just stopped and I lost all interest, so I didn't even finish it. Bang Dream, that's idol anime. We don't watch idol anime here. Bleach, didn't watch either. Blue Orchestra, didn't watch. Right. Bungo Stray Dogs 5. Oof. I've been watching Bungo for a long time, and season 5 did not disappoint. It was tense the whole way through. It was really tense. It only had 11 episodes, which was disappointing. I was hoping for that 12th one. Especially because at the end of episode 11, it was like almost like a preview of the next season, but I don't know if there's been announced for a next season. Yeah, it doesn't say anything here, so we're not too sure about that, but yeah, it was amazing. All right, card 5, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's just find. All right, Classroom for Heroes. I heard a lot of people didn't really like this one because it was mediocre. There was also a lot of fantasy this season, which is normal, but not a lot of isekai. There was a few isekais, but not as many as normal. This one was not an isekai like I thought it was gonna be. But honestly, I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this one the whole way through. It was just kind of nothing special. It was one of those sort of turn your brain off and just watch it kind of anime. Main guy is OP, but he doesn't really like to show it or do much. And people call him a super organism, which is... But I liked it. I really liked it. Classroom Heroes was pretty good. But Fate Strange Fake Whispers of Dawn. So this was a movie essentially. It was like 45 minutes. I watched it with Derek and we both liked it. The animation was pristine. And the soundtrack by Sawano Hiroyuki was just amazing. Only thing is, like, this was it says 55 minutes. It was just like one long episode and that's it. It's like, okay, there's gonna be more, but it just stopped there. So yeah, but it was good. Helk. I think Helk is still technically ongoing. Yeah, I thought it was going to only have 12 episodes, but obviously I was wrong because I didn't do my research. I'm not really sure what to say about Helk. I mean, it's okay. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, so that's what threw me off a little bit. It is one of those fantasy, and it is about Demon King and all this, blah, blah, blah. It's boring to me, but I want to say I was enjoying Helk. I was really enjoying it. But right now, the way, like, left off with the second core thing, like, kind of threw me off a little bit. So, like, yeah. But, no, I would recommend it. I'd probably give it also a 7.5. Horimiya the Missing! Well, I actually really liked the first Horimiya. Horisantamiya Murakun, or whatever. I really enjoyed it. So, like, this was just the filling in the gaps, essentially. So it was nothing major, but I really enjoyed it. So yeah. Alright. Did not watch Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 because I didn't watch Season 1. Well, I haven't finished Season 1. Level 1 Demon Lord and a one-room hero. Technically, this one's also fantasy. Even though, like, it takes place in modern time. Like, I guess society advanced like that much. I feel like they could have done more. Honestly, I feel like they could have done more with this. The way, like, they did everything with the hero being kind of like a slob now and getting back into shape. It was just kind of like, okay, it was okay. A 7's a fair enough rating for it. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Could it have done more? Probably. Liar, liar. So, I think originally when we went over this last time, I had said that this one had vibes of, because it was an Academy Island, it had vibes to, like, the Asterisk War. I was completely wrong. This was just very mediocre and honestly kind of boring. I ended up dropping it about halfway through. Psychological, bro, don't even hit me with that. It was not psychological in the slightest. It might give you psychological damage with how kind of dumb it was, but yeah. To shorten it, it's supposed to be about mind games and like an academy that has like a system of like game and everything's decided with games, but it's like it didn't even do that right. It was just so boring. I dropped that. Where were we? Liar Liar, Malevolent Spirits, Masamune-kun's Revenge. Okay, I'm not too sure really how to word this. I watched the first one, right? I didn't watch the OVA, but I did watch the first season. And I kind of ended up hating like half of the cast because they're just kind of annoying, especially Masamune. He's just kind of annoying. But I dare say the second season kind of made up for it. They were still dumb. Like the misunderstandings were pretty stupid and unrealistic. But as a like anime harem romance school comedy, I mean that's what you get. It's what you get. Like it didn't do nothing that special, but I guess it ended pretty nice. Would I watch a third season? Probably not. I think it actually just ended so good. But yeah, I have issues with romance characters. I have beef with them. It was enjoyable though. Mix Mesa I didn't watch. Alright, both Mushoku Tensei's. The season 2 and the Guardian Fit side story. I dare say that I want to give this one the anime of the season because I love Mushoku Tensei and the second season was. But considering it's a second season, I'll give it best continuing for now. It was really good and it just made me want more. And guess what? There is gonna be more. February 2024, season 2 Cour, the Cour. Technically, it's not season 2; it's the season 2 Cour 2, because for some reason we're doing Cours now, and that's dumb. But I really enjoyed that, and the OVA leading up to it, like the single episode, was really good. So if you haven't watched the first season, freaking watch that crap, and then come back and watch the OVA in this one, because it was My Happy Marriage. I don't remember saying much about this when I said I was gonna give it a try, a watch. And well, I did. I watched all of it. It's very strictly like historical romance, not like your typical anime romance, right? But I feel like they had supernatural elements, and I feel like the supernatural elements kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like they might have detracted from it, really. Like I didn't like it. Like, yeah, it was its own thing, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I sort of have beef with it, because on the one hand, it was good romance. It was decent historical, but it wasn't good supernatural. By like combining that, it's like they should have just focused more on their relationship, because I feel like she just kind of fell in love with him, and it's like, how? He's not really treating you anything special. You're just kind of there. But okay, whatever. I guess that's just how meek Japanese women were back in it. My Tiny Senpai. All right, let me take a hydration break, because I'm going to be talking a lot and I still haven't recovered fully. Okay. My Tiny Senpai. Okay. Originally, I thought this one was going to be controversial as soon as Twitter found out about it. Twitter has been pretty quiet about it, surprisingly enough. So that's good. That's usually a good thing. And let me tell you, this was worth it. It was worth watching. It was just so comfy and adorable. And Shirin Senpai here, the Tiny Senpai, was just too precious that we must protect. And everybody agreed. And it was just so good, and it was so mushy. So yes, I recommend this one. 7 does not do it justice. This is a 9 out of 10. That good. Although it wasn't anything special. My unique skill makes me OP even at level 1. I don't remember watching this one finish. I remember watching it and it's like, yeah. So this one was an isekai fantasy magic anime. You know, your typical seasonal garbage. Premise of this one was that main guy here can't level up. He can only go up to 1 level. And he's stuck at level 1, and all his drops are S tier, which means like he gets the rarest and best drops all the time. And in this world, you get everything from dungeons. It is very dumb. It is a stupid plot. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. It was okay. It was decent. It was just your typical just garbage. But I mean, it was enjoyable. So yeah, I'm not gonna give it crap for that. Nanashi Kaiden? I don't think this one actually aired. It's an OVA with 5 episodes. A 3-minute runtime? What? August 7th, 2023. I don't remember even seeing that one pop up on my thing. Alright, concerning Nier, I did watch Nier all the way through until it stopped, and then 9 through 12 got released all at once, and I caught up slowly. Bruh, it's Nier. There's nothing else I can say. It was good, okay? It made me want to play the game. And it will have a second court, so that's good. So we are going to be watching that too when it comes out eventually. But yeah, not much I can say. Nier is just reborn as a vending machine. Now I wonder the dungeon. So I said this one's gonna be probably my heavy hitter for the season. Okay. Hear me out. Okay. So the whole premise of the dude being a vending machine, being able to change into the vending machines, it was funny, and I liked it. But it was a little gimmicky, where it's like, okay, at one point it's like, okay, I get it, but you're being stupid about it. So I don't want to give it a low rating because I enjoyed it and it was fun. But like, I don't know. It just felt kind of at some points. So I don't know. All right. I gotta talk about Reign of the Seven Spellblades. Okay, so last season there was an anime called MASH, Muscles and Magic, and I said that one was like Harry Potter. If Harry Potter was about a dude that was an idiot and had muscles, and it was OP like that, and it was kind of funny. But it's like, okay, this one is straight up if Harry Potter was an anime, because they're in Kimberly Academy, which is like Hogwarts, and stuff goes on, and there's a labyrinth underground, and it's dark, and it was good, and it's still ongoing. It's gonna have like 17 episodes, I believe. Well, it says it listed with 15, so I think we have 1 or 2 more. Don't remember. Point is, this is my anime of the season for newcomer anime, because the whole time I'm waiting for the next episode. It was good. I like all the characters. They have good synergy with each other, and the environment's good, and the story's pretty good so far, and I want more. It's weird because I feel like I didn't watch these cheap. I feel like this was based on like a gacha game, but I don't think it was. Like, it says it's on from a light novel, so that makes sense, but it looks like it could definitely be a gacha game. Kind of like King's Raid. Obviously, I watched the trash of the season, because I watched both those seasons. Might as well watch the third one. And there's gonna be a 4th season. This guy, it's trash. But the thing is, this season wasn't even that bad. It wasn't as trashy as the rest. But that's it. You can't say anything else about it. Trash. Run for Money, The Great Mission. I don't even think I saw this one. Oh, right, because this one was, I think this was the 2nd season I didn't watch. Run Kenshin I didn't watch. Saint Cecilia and Pastor Lawrence. Okay, so I thought this one's gonna be like comfy and wholesome, and well, maybe it probably was. But I wasn't gonna stick around to find out, because I watched 1 episode, got bored halfway through, and didn't even bother continuing it. So I dropped this one immediately. It was just too slow for me. What else? Spy Classroom Season 2. Okay. So Season 1 was pretty enjoyable, but I had certain issues with it. The characters were fine, but I felt like they were a little too OP, where it's like, oh yeah, and then they just solved the problem, like, somehow. It's like, no, that's not how it works. And I thought it was gonna be more like realistic, you know. 2nd season kind of fixed that. It was way better than the 1st season. And if there was a 3rd season, I would definitely watch it. I did really enjoy the 2nd season compared to the 1st. So yeah, it dove more into the other characters. Okay. Sweet Reincarnation. Okay, so this is the guy that was a pastry chef, and then he dies when a statue that he was making for a pastry competition fell on him and killed him. And he got reincarnated as a boy named Pastry. It is the dumbest story ever. And, well, yeah, it was. Because I dropped this one pretty fast. A little slower than the others, though. I did watch like 5 episodes before I dropped it. And it's like, it's a trap. It's Sweet Reincarnation. The guy's a pastry chef, but when he gets isekai, it's like politics and stuff. And the pastry stuff and the sweets is like secondary. And I'm like, give me my sweets, my guy. And it doesn't. And it's like, it's frustrating and dumb and boring. And I just gave up. I hate it when they do this with isekai. So I dropped this one pretty fast. And I would not recommend it at all. Not even for it just being trash. Induality Noir. Was this going to get a second course? Yes, it is going to get a second course. Okay. So this one as a straight just mecha sci-fi anime was really good. Really well done. And That's really all it was. There's nothing special. There's no romance. There's no like slice of life. It's just kind of purely mecha, and I like that. There was some like tension between some of the characters, especially her. She's a girl, by the way, and I did enjoy it. I would definitely give this one like an 8, and I really liked it. And the art style is pretty good, and the mechs and how everything they go along with everything is pretty good. It's a good sci-fi mecha anime. Tempuru. So this one was supposed to be a harem ecchi romance slice of life comedy. Your typical, right? But I don't know. It wasn't. It was ecchi, but not like completely in your face. It was like pretty. What's the word? Like tasteful. It was pretty tasteful, and it wasn't your typical like, oh, there's like the girls and the guy's living with the girls, and it's like he gets into these antics, and the girls like. They like him, but whenever something happens, they hate him, and it's like, no, they were kind of understanding of a lot of things, and I like that. And well, that's really it. They didn't do anything special, and I kind of enjoyed it. I would give it probably an 8 out of 10. I didn't watch Theater of Darkness. I didn't watch Part Timer season 2 because honestly, I stopped caring. Well, this says season 2, right? But this is like the second part of season 2 or whatever, and I just kind of got annoyed. I hate her, dude. And the kid, with adding the kid, just kind of annoyed me. Okay, so I do remember talking about Dream Boy as a realist. I said that I had like a sort of like I can relate to like what happened. I take it back. I take it back because I started hating the characters, mainly the main girl. Because the way she kind of went about it was kind of annoying. I think they kind of did make up near the end, but like, bruh, you're just kind of annoying. It didn't help that like half of the characters all looked the same, so I kind of started getting a little frustrated. But main guy kind of gave up on her and just kind of went along with the flow, and that was kind of boring. I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 6. Was nothing special. Duke of Death I didn't watch. The Gene of I. This one is getting a second. Or it's continuing. I don't remember. But this one just ended. Like, just suddenly. I don't really have much to say. It's psychological sci-fi. Where in this world there are robots and there are humanoids. Which are like half robot, half human. There are some things that they don't explain, like how humanoids work too well and all this and societal issues. But overall, the psychology and stuff was a pretty cool aspect, and I like how some of it actually touched upon real life issues. Like AI and automation and certain things like that. And I did like that. So this one was pretty good. Probably give it probably an 8 for being pretty unique for that. The girl I like forgot her glasses. Okay, this is one of 2 Studio Gohan's anime from this season, and let me tell you, this was probably the best romantic comedy, school romantic comedy for the season. It was just funny because every episode, main girl here forgets her glasses, obviously, and main boy here starts like helping her, and he likes her, and like she's like practically legally blind, and it's funny. Okay, it's not funny that she's blind. It's funny that how they go about it, and that's the whole gimmick. The whole gimmick, the entire 13 episodes, is that she forgets her glasses and he helps her, and they get into these antics, and it's fun. And I'm probably gonna have to give this one a solid 10 because it was just funny. The Great Cleric. Okay, I do remember this one that I said this one had the potential to be really good. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna take it back because I'll admit that I was wrong, but I think they went about it pretty decently. You know, it started getting a little ridiculous, like past the halfway point when he goes to the capital and stuff. But it was nice. It was nice. I enjoyed it. There is no second season, which is okay. It just ended pretty like okay. But yeah, it was alright. It was alright. Nothing. This is the masterful cat is depressed again, or like he's just angry. If anything, if Trench was a cat, this would be Trench. Pretty much. Just angry. Sorry, Trench. This was the second studio Go hands. Sorry. Let me take a hydration break real quick. Second Studio Go hands anime of the season. It was just comedy, pretty much. So Saku here, office lady and best girl, finds a tiny cat in like winter, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring you home or whatever," and he brings her home, but she's a slob, and then the cat has like an inner monologue and stuff. He's like, "Dang, dude, I can't live like this." So he kind of like becomes literally like a house cat husband, and then he grows to like this size, and it's funny, and it's just pure comedy the whole way through. So as a comedy, solid 9. It was pretty funny. Okay, Misfit is, I don't think Misfit is even finished. I saw it go up like one episode, and I just didn't bother continuing. I just kind of just left it there. The most heretical last boss, queen from villainess to savior. Okay, so this is the trend that I freaking hate of like the shoujo like being stuck isekai'd in Anatoma game, and I hate that trope so much now. I actually did finish this one all the way through. Yeah, I think a 6 is a good rating, considering it's just so meh and kind of boring, and it's cut from the same cloth as every other boring isekai reincarnation anime, and it was so boring. The characters started pissing me off so much, especially they get a criminal to help them out because he has like a fealty contract with her, and it's so I'm gonna get a brain aneurysm talking about this. I didn't like it, but I finished it. At one point, right, like it's fantasy and there's nobles and all this and there's some magic and stuff. At one point, they literally have Beretta 92s and an M29 revolvers, like the one I have, and it's not explained. I didn't like it. Stop doing that. Quintessential Kotaku specials I didn't watch. Ooh, Undead Murder Farce. Okay, so I said Reign of the Seven Spellblades was anime of the season for me. This is probably the second anime of so yeah, this one, I have a sort of thing for supernatural things that take place during like the Victorian era, like Sherlock Holmes and all that, and this one did not disappoint. It was really good. So the whole premise was right that detective lady is like immortal, but she got her head chopped off, and they stole the rest of her pretty much. So now she wants it back, and she's a monster expert. And she gets main boy here, best boy I might add. He's a sort of a he was a performer, but he's an oni also. What was his name again? Sugaru is hilarious. He's a performer in Japan, and then she recruits him and helps him out. But anyways, the whole synergy between him, the detective, and then the maid is just hilarious because he's just a goofball, and I love him. And the other stories and stuff were just really good, pretty good. I kind of enjoy those mystery and detective and stuff. So yeah, this one was a solid 9. I really enjoyed Undead Murder. Yohane I dropped immediately, so I have nothing to talk about. Okay, I gotta talk about Zom, obviously. Zom was probably gonna be my top contender for this season because I love zombie stuff, and this one was like, everybody knew this one was gonna. Unfortunately, it was plagued with production issues. Some other anime also were, they were delayed, but this one is an indefinite hiatus. It's currently stuck for the last few episodes, and it sucks because it left off on like sort of a, I want to call it a cliffhanger because nothing was happening, but it was the build up to it, and it's just like, oh, next episode something big's gonna like kick off, and it's like, oh, it's on hiatus now, and it sucks because it was actually pretty good. Art style was good, the story was pretty decent, a little ridiculous and a little too like, at some points This should not have a horror tag. It should not. So yeah, I can't rate it honestly because it's on hiatus and it's gonna be stuck like that for who knows how long. But yeah, this is it sucks to hear, dude. But I mean, stuff like this happens. It's anime is. All right, that'll wrap up our summer 2023 roundup. Overall, I think pretty strong season. I think it was carried by some pretty strong like new. Oh, I didn't talk about Dark Gathering. I completely skipped about that. Okay, Dark Gathering's still ongoing, and honestly, I don't know why I'm still watching it because it disturbs me a little bit, like some of the supernatural stuff, the horror stuff. It does sort of. It's a little off-putting, but I decided to just keep watching it. It's pretty good. As just pure horror, it's just good. It's pretty good. But it's not for everybody, I'll give it that. Because there's some pretty strong topics. But it's still ongoing, so I can't really rate it yet. But yeah, if you like horror, you'll probably like that. So yeah, I think this season was carried strongly by some original works. Well, not original works, but like non-second seasons and more like non-fantasy. Mushoku Tensei was fantasy, but that doesn't count because Mushoku Tensei is actually good. But like Mushoku Tensei, Tiny Senpai, Reign of the Seven Spellblades, those are really solid. So yeah, My Classroom, Cinderella Noir, all those were pretty good. So overall, I'd probably rate the season probably an 8, maybe a 7.5, considering it was strong, but it had very weak fantasy ones that were just boring. Okay. So, we're done with that. So, next up. Fall 2023. What are we gonna watch for fall? Let's rearrange them by title. I have already watched some of these, like the first few episodes, because they all just kind of dumped on me when I was sick, so yeah. 16-Bit Sensation, I watched the first episode and it caught me off guard because at one point main girl goes into like a game shop and there's used games and stuff, and there's actual real like visual novel games and stuff, and then there's knockoffs and one of those knockoffs was for, I think it was called the Play Spirit 2 instead of PlayStation. And the game was Metal Gear Solid 3. I have actual screenshots. I tweeted them out as soon as I saw it, and it was the funniest thing ever that day. Okay, so the premise is main girl gets she gets sent back through time. It's a time travel one. Not an isekai, it's time travel. She gets sent back in time to 1992, I believe it was, right? 1990. Yeah, 1992. And that's it, really. That's it so far. So, yes, I will probably end up watching all of this one because I'm kind of interested in what they're going to do. Because that's, like, the 90s for Japan was, like, the rise of otaku culture. And that's pretty interesting to me. So, I will definitely be watching this. First episode was already pretty funny, so, yeah. After School Hanako-kun. So, this is a gender-bent take on, Hanako-san, which is a Japanese, like school legend, like a ghost that lives in the toilet. There was a first season to this. It was just called Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, yeah, and this is a spin-off of it. I'll watch it, I guess, yeah. I don't like his voice actor, honestly, but I'll watch it. I'm not really sure if it's gonna be a whole new thing. It's a spin-off, so I guess it's change gender discovery. Yeah, I'll watch it. A Girl in Her Guard Dog. Okay. I don't like the art style too much for this one because this is one of those like shoujo romance ones, and I will say I don't know if I'm gonna continue this one because I do watch most romance anime, right? Even if they're garbage most of the time. But I don't like the fact that she's 15 and then this dude is 26. They're literally 10 years apart and he's protecting her. But in a way, I feel like there's more going on and I don't like it too much. So yeah, I usually, something like that wouldn't bother me because like it's anime, right? Not real. But the way they go about it just, I don't know, dude. I don't like that guy. I honestly really don't like that guy. So yeah, I'll see where it goes. I already watched the first 2 episodes of it, and it's all right. But yeah, all right. I guess I didn't really explain the thing of it too. So her parents get killed in a car crash when she's young. Her Yakuza grandfather takes her in, and he assigns this dude to be her guardian, essentially, guard dog. And that's really it. She's in school and wants to be independent, but he won't let her, and that's pretty creepy. Yeah. A playthrough with certain dude's VR MMO life. There was a second episode today, I think, or tomorrow. And okay, so this season is gonna have a lot of game anime, it seems. This is gonna be a season of game anime. And the one thing I can conclude, right? Look, Japan, I love you, right? I love you. I'm a weeb. But you guys cannot do video game animes right. I don't think I've ever really seen one. There was one I saw called Quanshi Fanshi, or like something of the king. It was a Chinese anime. Yeah, I know, weird. Me talking about Chinese anime. If you can stomach the Chinese, I highly recommend watching it. It was a really good game. But for some reason, they just can't get mechanics right. Like, and it's always a VR MMO, full dive game where it's like the mechanics wouldn't even make sense, dude. Okay, I get that it's the future, probably like 10 years from now. But bruh, Sword Art Online took place in 2023 or like 2020. It was pretty recent. There was a whole thing about it, and we haven't even reached that. But you expect me to believe that every time there's one of these, it's always the same. Okay, I'm going off on a tangent on a rant on game anime. This one specifically, so far it's pretty stupid. So this dude, right, ordinary Japanese guy, they don't even show his face. It's hidden until like he gets in the game. He makes a new character called Earth. Okay, there's one of my other gripes with game. Why do they always name themselves either like a one, like it's just one name and it's unrealistic, and it's a name that wouldn't be available? Why would you just name yourself Earth? Or like in the Sword Art Online spin-off for Gun Gale, the guy's named like M. It's like those names wouldn't be available. You do realize that, right? And it's like, but this dude can't. Ugh. And it's not even creative. Earth. This guy, his name is Earth. But that tells me nothing about this guy. His name is probably like Sato in real life. Oh no, it's Taichi. Tanaka Taichi. He looks like a Sato, honestly. Generic looking Japanese guy. I feel better. Okay, so there's a new VR MMO called One More Free Life that's supposed to be like this big, like, unlimited freedom. Okay, so that's obviously a scam. In a world of players afraid to challenge monsters, blah, 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 blah. It sounds like a generic VR game. And he chooses to master the most worthless skills that the game has to offer. Why? That sounds so boring. It's like playing Dark Souls or something, and I wouldn't say pick the worst class, but it's like you're playing it and like you're just using your fist the whole thing with no armor. But it's like you do that and it's like offered to you like that. And it's like, okay, you don't look like the type that would do that, my dude. You're not some like Twitch streamer that would suffer through this and get like, wow. I already didn't like that. And he chooses some pretty stupid skills. Apparently archery in this world sucks, and he chose that because he's trying to do that. But it's like a lot of those skills that he chose wouldn't even be bad in like an RPG. But whatever. There's the whole thing of them not knowing how to do it. Sometimes he'll make an overly complicated potion or food that tastes much better than anything a reason to. Like, that just sounds unrealistic. And sometimes he'll go hunt monsters with crazy handmade weapons. Ordinary dudes about it being okay. So the whole thing just sounds pretty boring. I will continue it how it goes, but so far I'm hating it. Not hating it, but it's like I'm hating the premise of it because Japan can't do game animes. A Returner's magic should be special. I watched the first episode of this today, and This threw me off a little bit because I thought they were like it was gonna be like an isekai, but it's not. It's also time travel, which is obviously fantastic. So there's the main dude here, right? I'll spoil the first episode because I watched it. Main dude there and his party defeat the dragon that was like destroying the world. His heart was practically a mana bomb. It explodes, sends him back in time, and now he has to do all that over again. Now he's like, but now I must prevent the tragedy of my friends that also died and stuff 13 years in the past. And that was it so far. And like, okay. Also, the dragon was called Boromir Nepal. So far, it was all right. Nothing too special. I want to see what he does, but a little generic and a little bit. I don't know. I hope I don't get too bored and drop this one in the third episode. Okay, we'll keep a watch on it. Arknights Perish. Okay, so for the ones that know me, yes, I do like Arknights. I am an Arknights fan. I have not played the game, the gacha game, and take a lot of time, but I am sort of a fan, I guess. And me and Trench we like it a lot. I did watch the first anime and I really enjoyed it. There were some issues with the pacing of the story being a little slow, but they're saying this one is gonna improve that, and by the first episode, which aired days ago, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're in good hands here, because that first episode, spoiler alert by the way, Perish in Frost, it's about Frost Nova, and that first episode was pure build up to Frost, and she shows up at the end, and it was the coolest. So yeah, this is just continuing an adaptation of the game story, and there's not much to say. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm probably already gonna give this one a 10. Arknights. So yeah. Do I really have to talk about this? Do I really have to talk about Attack on Titan? I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan's good. If you haven't watched it, then you haven't watched anime, obviously, because everybody watches it. This is the final season, part 2, the final part, second core. It's so stupid at this point how much they've broken it up. This should have finished last year, but they spread it across. And I mean, they're gonna make it awesome because it's Mappa, and Mappa didn't disappoint the last 2. So yeah, obviously we're gonna watch it, and obviously it's gonna be pretty good. So yeah, not much to say about that, but I'm glad it's finally coming to an end. Hopefully. Bakugan, obviously I'm not gonna watch. Berserker of Gluttony. I watched the Kirito looking guy here. I don't remember much of it. Fate. His name is Fate also, by the way, which is pretty dumb. The Castle Guard. He has... Okay, so he lives in a world where there's skills, a fantasy world where there's skills. I hate that because that's a trope that's starting to grow, and I hate it. He has a skill called Gluttony that whenever he kills a guy and he basically gets his skills. And that's the whole trope of it. I don't like the way he looks because he looks like Kirito, but I do like this premise. That first episode was pretty good, I'd say. And he gets a sword, and the sword talks to him. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. It's like an underdog story, and I do kind of like those, so we'll see. But yes, it is another fantasy one. Beyblade X, don't care. The Cootie Men looks like it's a kids anime, so I'm probably not gonna. Yeah, that looks. Bono Project Bullbuster. Okay, not to be confused with Ballbuster. No, this is not about that. I did watch the first episode of this one. I couldn't really. It's by Studio Nut also. Oh my god. It's called Ballbuster, not Ballbuster, and it's by Studio Nut, of course. Studio Nut has a good track record, but. Okay, so the first episode, I want to say, wasn't too strong for me. It didn't really hit. So there's an island where there's mysterious creatures, and they're literally bad CG. And that's really all I got from it. And these guys are part of a government funded like monster eradication like company, I guess. And that was really it. I This sounds like it's a bad plot, honest. But we'll see where it goes. It's just mecha sci-fi. And well, yeah, you can't really tell much from it, and from the episode that I watched also couldn't. Oh god, do I really have to talk about this? I have to talk about this, don't I? It's another Project number 9 studio. The story of man turned into a pig. That's it. That's I watched the first episode this morning, and that's the whole premise apparently. This dude gets isekai'd, and it's Kirido's voice actor, which is the funniest part. I like his voice actor. He does a good job on whenever he does. Anyways, that's the whole premise. Is this dude gets reincarnated as a pig, and that's it. And now he's just going on a journey with this girl, which oddly enough, the artist that did the art style for the girl looks very similar to the VTuber Sarah's Fauna from Hololive. And if you paint her hair green, that's literally Fauna. It could be that her Fauna's artist worked on the light novel, maybe. I'll have to look into that, but like they look really similar. Kind of caught me up. This is just kid stuff. Dark Gathering still ongoing, obviously. Dead Mount Death Play is getting its second cool. Tomorrow, it seems. Okay. Not yet released. It says October 10th. That's in 2 days. On Tuesday. Okay. Okay. I did talk about Death Mount Death Play from last season. That it was pretty good. It's a reverse isekai with a villain essentially as the main character. Pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna watch this for sure. The first one was pretty good. Dogs Doraemon. Okay, Dr. Stone's New World for 2. So that's also supposed to air this week on Thursday. So yeah, it's just continuing from that. I do need to watch the Ryusui episode because Ryusui is yeah, not much to say. It's just continuing. It's 2 for Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone's awesome, so watch Dr. Firefighter Daigo. Okay, so I did watch the first episode also, and second episode aired today, and I didn't watch it or yesterday because like I got hit hard. These past 2 days have been really heavy with new episodes. I'm still trying to weed stuff out, but this one is just straight up firefighters. It is just pure firefighters. Like, it's not Fire Force. It's not supernatural. It's just straight up firefight. And well, that's all there is to it. I think it's just like it shows their training and everything. I don't know if it's realistic in that sense. Coming from a family that has had firefighters, fire captains, I might add, chiefs. Like, firefighters does resonate a little bit with me, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch this one. Because the first episode was solid, but it's like, I don't know if it's for me personally. So I'm not sure yet. I'll have to see when everything kind of settles down a little bit. When all the anime have already aired and like see what airs what day. We'll see. But so far, I might not continue it. Not because I think it's bad, but like I said, it's just probably not for me. Yeah. Fooly Cooly is apparently getting a prequel. So I have not watched the first Fooly Cooly or whatever the heck these are. Also, it's from 2002. Jeez, it's old. I know it's I think the first one was actually done by Guy. Yeah. Gainax and Production IG. This one's being done by Mont Blanc Pic. Odd. I don't know. I haven't watched Fooly Cooly, so can't really say. It's only 6 episodes. I might watch it. I don't know. I heard it's good though, because Shoegaze is also airing this season. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Okay, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Okay, so this is probably gonna be like Mushoku Tensei. It's just straight fantasy so far. I watched 2 episodes because 4 episodes aired at once. You guys gotta stop doing this. I can't keep up, okay? Because a few anime this season have already released 2 at once, and this one released 4, my guy. 4, dude. Okay, hydration break and I'll continue. Alright, let's read the synopsis and I'll talk about it. The mage Frieren, which is here, her, defeated Demon King Alex at the hero Himmel's party after a 10-year quest. So it starts basically at the end of that story, and it's like peace. Peace was restored to the kingdom. Because she's an elf, she's able to live over thousands of years. She promises Himmel and the others she'll be back to see them, and sets on a journey by herself. 50 years later, she comes back, visits Himmel and everyone else. She's remained unchanged, but everyone else is old, essentially. Later, Himmel dies. This is all like episode 1 stuff, by the way. Fern is pained by her desire to have spent more time with everybody. And then she just goes on a journey to do just that. And I think this one's just gonna be a like fantasy, just like a journey. And I kind of like those. I liked Kiro no Tabi and what was that one witch anime? Elena's tribe. I forgot her name. Elena's Travels or whatever it was called. I do like those sort of travel, like journey anime. They're pretty comfy. Usually nothing big happens, but from the 2 episodes, yeah, I'm gonna like Frieren. And this one might be the heavy hitter for this season. Not in terms of like, oh, it's doing like all these different storytelling things. It's special. No, it's just nice. So yeah. I watched first season of this, and I watched the first episode of the second season. I'll summarize the plot in the simplest way I can. Main guy, which isn't pictured here, is not in any of these apparently. Okay, so main guy is complete and utter moron. He falls in love with this girl, confesses to her. She's like, yes. He's like, cool. 10 seconds later, he sees this girl and he's like, dang, she's cute. Will you go out with me? Bruh. And she says yes. And the worst part is that they both know about the 2 timing and they agree with it. And that's it. That's the whole premise. Everybody's a retard. Shouldn't have said it like that. Everybody in this anime is stupid to a certain degree. Like, I just don't know. Like, these are not normal people. Am I gonna watch it? Yes, because I want to see how much dumber it can. First, it starts off with these 2, and then it grows into her, and she's like a YouTuber or whatever. And now this season, she's getting involved too, and she's like her best friend. I'm getting an aneurysm just. Stop making anime like this. Just stop. Alright. Goblin Slayer Season 2. This one is for sure one of the heavy hitters. Might be the heavy hitter this season. I did watch the first Goblin Slayer. Enjoy it. I did not watch Goblin's Crown yet, sadly, though. I need to watch that one. I might watch it probably this week, actually. Watch it with the boys. We'll see. But, I mean, what else can I say? This is literally Doom if it was set in a fantasy world. Goblin Slayer is awesome. And Priestess best girl, and Elf Archer best girl, and all the other girls are best girl too. But yes, this is gonna be a heavy hitter, and I can tell it's gonna be good. And yeah, I think last time it was done by someone else, it was done by Studio White Fox. I could tell by the art style change. And the movie was done by also White Fox. This season, it's being done by Lidden. Never heard of them before. But they've done they've done a few decent ones. Jeez, dude, I've watched like everything on this part. Wow. All of these were done by Lydian Films? Are you joking? I've seen all of these. Wow. Dang, dude, I'm a freaking weeb. Okay, but yeah, Goblin Slayer season 2 heavy hitter. Gonna definitely watch. Helk, I think it's We're gonna continue. It doesn't say. It says in like 1 day, but that could be wrong. But all right. What the heck is this? Hypnosismic Division Rap Battle Rhyme Anime Plus. Rhyme Anima Plus. This is it's the second season of some rap anime? What the crap? Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna watch that. That sounds... I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in naughtiness. Oh, I did watch the first episode of this one. The title kind of caught me off guard. So, let's read it. Ellen Crawford is a misanthropic sorcerer. No, I'm using better words. Known as the Dark Lord. He's this guy. Alan is this guy. When he comes across Charlotte Evans, a noblewoman exiled on false charges, his memories of being betrayed 3 years ago come rushing back, so he decides to teach her about pleasure and vices and joys of naughty living. It's not what you think. It's nothing like that. It's actually like... it's a little too wholesome in a way. He's like, literally the first episode, he's like, all right, I'm going to teach you like the pleasures of vices or whatever, naughty. And then he's like, all right, we're eating sweets past like 9 or whatever. And it's like, are you kidding me? Really? That's what he considers like naughty? It's funny. So yeah, this is probably going to be, it says comedy, fantasy, romance, but they should probably add slice of life in a way. Because it feels like it might be slice of life-y. But yeah, this one's going to be good too. From the first episode. We're gonna watch that. Okay. What did I say about this trend? Stop with the Otome game shoujo romance stuff, please. Stop. So this one is Girls Love. It's Yuri, I believe. And for some reason this is missing the isekai tag. But yeah, okay, so same premise as the other ones. Main girl plays an Otome game that she knows about. It's isekai in this Otome game, and in this case, instead of falling for the guys or living out a different life or something where she's gonna die, she falls in love with the villainess, Tsundere, because of course she is. And that's really it. Claire Francois. The first episode, I'm not gonna lie, was pretty good. I know I said I hated this and I just went on a rant, but she's a complete goofball and I like that. So yeah, we'll see where this takes us, but yes, it's following that trend that I don't like. I shall survive using potions. This was has a pretty unique art style. I think Jumondu did also, yeah, Don't Hurt Me My Healer. Which, I'm gonna be very honest with you, I dropped because it was starting to piss me off. Didn't finish that. But, same studio. So, premise of this one is that Kaoru, she's a 22-year-old office lady, gets reincarnated when, I think the god of, like, that's in charge of that world, accidentally kills her. He chops her in half by accident. I know, brutal. Truck-kun was taking a day off. I think Truck-kun might be taking this season off, because I don't think I've seen anybody get hit by him. So he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. So like, I can make you like reincarnate you in a different world. And she's like, okay, but, and then she brings out a whole list of demands. Essentially, pretty funny. Her main like thing is that she can craft any potion that she wants in whatever container she wants. So that's pretty OP. And that's really it. That's like the whole gimmick, and that's what they're going to go off of. But so far, oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Special Jujutsu Kaisen is still going. Don't know what Kagejitsu is. Oh, right. The chibi of Eminence and we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Kami Erabi God app. Did I? No, I didn't watch the first episode of this. Oh, it's this one. Oh, this looks disgusting. Okay. Okay. You can't really tell from this, right? But like, look, I'm not the type of guy to immediately hate on a 3D CG anime. Considering I'm 3D, considering I work with 3D, it's not something I can just... I get why people hate it, because most studios don't do it right. You can do 3D anime right and have it look good. Okay? We've proven that point. But bruh, this looks so bad, man. Like, he looks like Levi. Levi's like, oh man, I want to say something like bad. Okay. This is like Levi if he had like down. It's pretty bad. I saw the trailer and it looked pretty bad. Like, she looks good. But everyone else in the world looks so jank, man. I just, ugh. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I don't even read the synopsis. Okay, so the main character goes to a private school and apparently he's like, or whatever. Okay. Okay. He has a crush on some girl. Blah blah blah. He gets a strange notification. Also, it's probably like a high stakes game, so it's one of those. The next day, Hanukkah invites him to drop his pants. What? Okay. 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 Yeah. No, not what. The game, high stakes game one. So this is comedy musical, but it's with only men. I don't like men. So. Oh god. Okay, I need to talk about this though. I really. Yeah, this got a second season. This got a second season. And I can't believe Wit Studios of all is animating this. Did Wit? Yeah, Wit did this last time. Okay, so I hated this anime. I hated the premise of it. And everyone else collectively agreed. They started at, I'm pretty sure everybody knows at this point, this anime tried to shill NFTs at the end of its like 4th episode, and that's when everybody knew this was not good. It was pretty like, yeah. It was boring, and the NFT thing did not help. Why it has a second season, I don't know. I really don't know. Did it do that good that they released the second season? Are they gonna? What are they gonna shill this time? Some cryptocurrency, bruh? No, just no. Okay, Mof Ghost. We gotta watch the Mof Ghost, and guess what? It's about racing. It's like a, I guess it would be considered a, what's it called when it's after an anime? Not a second season, not a epilogue, but it takes place in the initial D universe, I think. But it's like the future this time, not the 90s, and we're not drifting freaking Hondas or whatever they were and selling tofu. Apparently now, in Japan, self-driving cars are like a thing now that's like huge. So like older like normal cars are kind of getting extinct in a way. And public roadways are used for auto racing. Yeah, this is ridiculous. A race called MFG or Mof Ghost. I don't even know what the actual MF stands. Become popular with Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini. Yes, if you're in a car nut, you're gonna love this anime. It's got all those cool cars. So yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. I did watch the first episode because I was curious. But yeah, this is just initial D in the 2020s. So yeah, if you like that, you're gonna like that. Iggy and Dali. I don't know what the heck one was because I saw it on the things there, but like I didn't know what it was. After finally adopting a child, the Sonoyamas were unprepared for the mystery that would soon unravel. Hitori seems to be the perfect son for his loving parents. He's handsome, intelligent, and grateful for his new lavish life, but Hitori is actually the twins Migi and Deli pretending to be one boy. Terrifying. Okay, that didn't really tell me much, and I might have skipped over it when I was picking things, so I don't know. I'll try to watch it and see what's up. But yeah, it said it aired October 2nd. That was almost a week ago, but I don't remember even seeing it. I'll keep an eye on it. The premise sounds alright. My daughter left the nest and returned as an S-rank adventurer. Wow, this is also a fantasy one, but it's not isekai. Wow. Wow. So, main girl here gets found in the woods as a baby by Mr. Belgrieve, the Red Ogre. Ex-adventurer now. So she decides, Dad, I'm going to help you out by becoming an adventurer and being really good. Alright, cool. So she goes on her journey and she's like super good now. And the first whole episode is her trying to visit him. But she can't. Because she keeps getting jobs that are urgent and they need her because she's awesome. Action, adventure, fantasy. I want to add slice of life to that so far because that's kind of what it's giving me the vibe that. Did I watch the second? Yes, I did watch the second episode. But it's just gonna be that, really. Probably her trying to return home. It's gonna be the whole thing. It was nice. I liked it. So probably gonna watch that one all the way through. My new boss is Goofy. So I'm guessing this is like the opposite of My Tiny Senpai and everybody's tall. Just look at his legs, my guy. What are those legs? What is that tiny little thing? So I don't think this is, yeah, it's just comedy, slice of life, workplace with dudes. No women in sight. There's no women, and I don't like men. Someone was joking this is like a yaoi thing, but I mean, if you see men, it's obviously gonna be yaoi, right? It's by A1 also. You know, I'm not gonna bother reading it because I know these workplace animes, they always have the exact same. I'm not gonna watch this one as just pure men. I don't like men. Our dating story, the experienced you and the inexperienced me. I did watch the first episode. So main guy here is gloomy. Your typical high school boy, literally me in high school, this and that. And he idolizes his main girl here. Well, everybody does apparently because she's a gyaru that everybody likes. Apparently she gets around or whatever. So one day, literally the first episode, his friends like dare him to confess her, and she's like, okay. And he's like, what? And she's like, yeah. And that's really the whole first episode. So now it's like, she's like, she agreed to it because she wants to like see how it goes. If he's genuine. And he thinks he's pretty sincere, even though he's like the most literally me generic character ever. But okay. So yeah, this is just romance school straight up, and yeah, I'm gonna watch it obviously. But so far, nothing special. Overtake, I saw. I'm not gonna watch it. This is a racing like Formula 4, so this is like a Trench anime. Yes, Trench, I'm calling you out. I know you're not gonna watch it, but this is like probably for you. Paradox Live, the animation. This is just straight up music. I don't really watch music animes. Yeah, it just looks like there's men in this one too, so drop that because. Protocol Rain. This one was. I think I watched the first episode. Yeah, okay. So I watched the first episode of this one. When I said gaming animes, this one was one of the ones I was referring to also this season. And people are giving it crap because this one's about esports. But the game they play is. Picture it's CSGO and Valorant if it was a browser game in 2009. And people are giving it crap for that. But honestly, I think it was a realistic depiction of a game in anime. Because most of the time in anime, whenever there's a video game of some kind, it's either a VR MMO or a game that's just like the same art style as the actual anime. That wouldn't work. But this looks like it's an actual game that someone like played. Like, it looks like it's a game that they put in the anime, but they made it for the anime, essentially. It's hard to describe. And people are giving it crap because it looked bad. That was the whole point, man. Whatever. So, main guy here. Yes, I call everybody main guy because I'm not going to remember their name. His parents were killed in an accident. He quit gaming because that makes sense. He works at an esports cafe called Fox One, and the owner, his friend, his childhood friend, her dad is the owner of the Fox One cafe and of a esports team also called Fox One. And they're deeply in debt and they want to win the championships, but their main guy leaves. So now, like, him and a few other friends are gonna like play esports. Okay. There's two ways this can go. Either it'll go. We'll make it three. Okay, there's three ways it can go. It'll either go the boring, realistic way, where it'll just be like kind of boring and them winning everything through sheer just luck because he's the greatest. Or it can go the very ridiculous anime way, where it's the same thing, but it's like just pure miracle, pure BS. So it's basically the same thing. Or it can go like they botch it halfway through and it's like the whole video game aspect of it just falls apart. Oh yeah. I'm sounding a little pessimistic and I get it, but it's really easy to mess up games. Ragna Crimson. Okay, this one had a 48-minute special premiere. Watched it. Liked it. This one is pure action fantasy. No isekai. No BS. Except the guy is OP, but that's only after like this thing happens, right? Where do they talk? Okay, so I don't know why she's not in the cover, oddly enough. Like the most important character. Why is she not? Okay, so the lolly here is really OP and main guy is kind of weak. But then this thing happens where his future self gives him power to save her. Then the second episode he kind of ditched her, which kind of sucked, but we'll see where that goes. So dragons are reigning terror over Earth, sea, and sky. There's dragons in this world and they're the main threat. And there's dragon hunters, and the lolly is one of those dragon hunters. So this is like jumping right into it. Okay, so that's Crimson. That's basically a dragon like matriarch, or no, basically a dragon lord, and he also wants to stand against the dragons. It's like weird, right? So nobody knows her goals. His, I guess. It's hard to explain. You'll see it if you want. They align. They become allies. Then they go on a quest to basically wipe the dragons off the face. What it's not telling you, it's not including Leo, which was weird, and it's not telling you that literally in the first episode, while dragons are a threat, there's this other country that has no dragon hunters because the dragons are actually protecting it. Until one day somebody robs a store, a pastry shop, that just happens to be the dragon-like deity's favorite, and that's how they were giving him offerings. And he got pissed off and sent all his dragons to destroy the kingdom. And it's like, what? Really? That's all it took? Wow. But I like that it's pure fantasy action. I'm really enjoying it. So, Rail Romanesque 2. What the heck? Why does that sound familiar? Rail Romanesque. Oh, I think I remember. I remember this being older, actually. I think this one's just about, yeah, it's just about, like, girls in railways. It's like Rail Wars, but only with cute girls and no violence. Terrorism. Yeah, not gonna watch. Ron Kamahonohashi's Forbidden Deduction. Okay, I did see this one pop up, and I know I said I like the mystery aspect of some, but I don't think I'm gonna watch this one. Not only because it just looks kind of meh to me, but because it has men. Saying that. No, I'm not coping. I just don't like anime where it's just like dudes. I like my cute anime. So yeah, despite that, I'm not gonna watch that. Shangri-La Frontier. Okay. Take a sip before I start talking about this one. Yes, you read it correctly. This is a video game. Yes, that man is wearing a bird mask. No, that is not his actual head. That is actual. This is a what do you call it? Also a VR MMO, but apparently there's a game, like an actual game, called Shangri-La Frontier. Do I understand anything of it? Absolutely not. Am I gonna hate this anime? I don't. Because here's the funny part. This guy, main guy, don't know his name, I forgot his name. Main guy is second episode every 10 you watch it. Main guy likes to play crappy games. Wow, wouldn't you know it? Somebody that enjoys playing crappy games. Not like there's a ton of those on freaking YouTube. I'm looking at you, Critical. I'm calling you out. Well, not really, but you're one of those guys that does. So yeah, state-of-the-art VR games. And there's crappy games and he likes playing them. He's a crap game hunter. So. And the next one he picks is this one called Shangri-La Frontier. That, because like, apparently like the GameStop lady's like, why don't you try playing a good game for once? And this one's supposed to be the biggest, best. Okay. So it's your typical VR MMO world. Not isekai. Well, let's get that out of the way. It's not isekai. Just a game world. And so far, that's really it. He picks his skills, and now we'll see where it goes. But yes, this one can also get botched. Because, like I said, it's hard to do game animes right. Like, Sword Art Online did it half okay. Not right, half okay. Because Reki Kawahara apparently does not know what video games are. Okay. Shin-chan, okay. Chai. So, middle of the 21st century, there's no more war. There are superheroes. One of them is our girl here called Shai. That's her, normally, and that's her with her, like, transformation. Shai is freaking adorable. She is, well, what do you know? She's shy. And there's, like, other heroes, and Russian mommy here is best. But that's really the whole premise so far. There's heroes with supernatural powers that, like, do hero stuff. And each country has, like, its own, like, and has Shai, who is cripplingly shy. And that's really it. There's nothing special to it. It's just kind of action superpower. But that could be detrimental if it's not done right. But I think this might do it. It might do it right. So yeah, I'm watching that one for sure. I'm not gonna talk about Spy Family season 2. It's literally just season 2 of one of the biggest, like, anime that was happening. When was it? When was it? Last year. Everybody loves Spy Family, dude. The Forgers are great. Anya's hilarious. Yor is kind of a dork, but he's just an assassin. Lloyd is really smart, but overly plans and stuff, and it's hilarious. Yes, it's a... I don't know why it says childcare, but it's just great comedy. Yes, of course we're gonna watch season 2. How much to say about that? Where does Telepath? Not aired yet. Girls Love. And yes, contrary to what I've said before, I don't like just men anime, but I'm okay with just girl anime. Why? Because at least girls are cute. Let's see. Umika is a sweet yet shy high school girl. She's still speaking to others, dreams of having a friend from another planet. But her lonely school life takes a cosmic turn when she meets the transfer student Yu, an alien with telepathic powers. They become close and promise to go to space one day. So they decide to build a rocket and shoot for the stars, making your friends learn. What the crap? Look at the visuals for this. Oh, it's got a really soft and cutesy art. That is literally. It's giving me Koizuru Asteroid vibes, which was also sort of a. It wasn't girls' love. It was just two girls that were really good friends. And so yeah, it's giving me those kinds of vibes. So okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch the first episode. Ear Moon Empire. I watched the first episode of this one today, and yes, it's starting to piss me off that it was fantasy, and also time travel. This one, but I changed my mind when I watched the first episode. Nice. Main girl here, the 20-year-old Princess Mia. She's the selfish princess. Oh yeah, who would you expect from royalty? Yeah, she gets guilty in the first episode. In a rebellion. Yeah, they don't show it, but they take her up to the thing, and then they hear they drop it, and there's blood, and yeah. So then she goes back in time somehow. So when she was 12, with her diary that was stained with blood and it has like the accounts of all that, and she's like, "Oh crap, yeah, maybe I should just not do that. Maybe I should just not be selfish." So that's just kind of where the premise is. So yeah, now she's gonna, I guess, try to avoid that. For this me a piece of cake. Cowardly self-serving princess brings about a miracle struggle to save herself. Yeah. So she just goes back in time and she's gonna try to fix all that. So yeah, nothing special. We'll see where it goes. Also fantasy. The 100 girlfriends who really love you. Love Polygon and Harem Romance. So this had its first episode today. Considering I had to watch the stuff from yesterday, I didn't watch it. We'll watch it eventually. This adorable. Okay, so ooh, let's see what the girls look like. Okay. She looks like a tsundere. That's already annoying. Got a good selection. Let's see. Rentaro Aijo was rejected 100 times in middle school. He visits a shrine and prays for better luck in high school. The god of love appears and promises that soon he'll meet 100 people. But there's a catch. Once destiny introduces someone to him, the two must happily love each other. If they don't, they'll die. Will befall Rentaro and his 100 girlfriends in high school. This dude literally wishes. He wishes for better luck and the god of love. So, all right, I'm gonna do not that. Just straight up give you all this love. But if you stop loving each other, you'll die. Bro, that's not what I asked for. Okay, this is probably just gonna be a harem comedy, but okay. I'll give it a watch. Ancient Magus' Bride Season 2 Part 2. I've talked about Ancient Magus Bride. I really like Ancient Magus Bride. Second season is way different than the first so far, and I really. So it's just a continuation of that. The Apothecary Diary. This one has. Episode 1's in 12 days. Mao lived a peaceful life with her apothecary father until one day she sold as a lowly servant to the Emperor's palace. Wow, what a prick, dude. Emperor's palace, but she wasn't meant for a compliant life among royalty, so when imperial heirs fall ill, she decides to step in here. Catches the Jin, she a handsome palace official who promotes her, and now she's making a name for herself solving mysteries. Okay, historical medical mystery. Drama, alright. I've seen that before. I've seen that visual before. I did. Huh. It might have been from. Something else. Okay. Honestly, doesn't sound like something I'd like. But I'll give it a shot when it comes out eventually. The Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. Okay. I gotta talk about this one, right? So, I already watched 2 episodes of this. Why it's saying 17 hours, I don't know. I hope it's not a 3rd episode right away. because I don't really think this one's gonna be good. Let me tell you why. So, going by the synopsis, battles for ancient kingdoms are nothing compared to battles of kind of blah, blah, blah. That's already misleading. That's dumb. So, awakening from magical states after 1,000 years, Dark Lord Leonis, this guy right here, Kirito-looking guy, suddenly finds himself in the body of a 10-year-old boy. Him when he was young, when he was a hero, essentially. He meets Riselia, she's main girl confronting the Voids, which are creatures that have nearly exterminated humanity. They're just like monsters that have they have extra stuff on them. Kind of stupid. Determined to uncover the mysteries of the strange new era, Leonis enrolls in Excalibur Academy, a school that trains students to fight back against these enigmatic. With the Void's wholesome connection to Leonis' past. Okay, so it's a what are these called? It's not a school one, it's an academy anime. Those are different from the normal school ones because the academy ones have a special thing to them. In this one, they train students to have holy sword power. So this reminds me of another one. It kind of reminds me of Misfit Demon Academy, and it reminds me of Asterisk War. So, but this one doesn't seem like it's even doing it right already. So, potentially, probably gonna end up dropping it. We'll see. We'll see about this. Okay. Unpopular opinion. I don't like Eminence in Shadow because I hate Sid. Because he's an idiot. But people seem to like Eminence in Shadow for some reason. And they like Sid. I like Kirito too, but okay. So this is the second season of Eminence in Shadow. Yes, I am gonna watch it. I'm hoping to get proven wrong. So far, the first episode of the second season was actually kind of funny. So, yeah, I like Sid's sister more than him. And some of the other characters are actually not too bad. There's a fox mommy in this. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Eminence in Shadow, and everybody else that likes this one and thinks it's the greatest thing ever, you are very obviously wrong and should probably get yourself checked out. Family Circumstances of the Irregular Witch. Watch the first episode of this because there was 2 episodes. And watch 1 and you catch up. So, if I remember correctly, main girl here, yes, and Fang, I might add, the Fang best, gets found in the woods when she was a baby by this witch here, she's like 2,000 years old. Yes, I know, we're going there, yeah. And she raises her and she loves her and she ends up being bigger in certain areas, taller, you know what I mean. And that's really it. It's like a just slice of life supernatural fantasy with witches. And I mean, that's all it really was. First episode was okay. It was that. There's nothing special to it. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep watching it. The Faraway Paladin, the Lords of Rust Mountain. This one was apparently a season. This is the second season of this one, which aired years ago. Not gonna lie, it was pretty forgettable considering I didn't even remember the name. But it was good though. It was good. This kid is the only human left or something like that. He gets raised by them. And it's good. It was good, but it was just, it didn't hit hard enough. It didn't have the impact to I just kind of forgot about it. It didn't have the impact that it should have had. And there's a second season, and I feel bad because I don't remember anything. But I'll catch up to it eventually. I'll catch up to it. Because it was good. I did enjoy it. And I'm pretty saddened that I just forgot about it. No more idle anime. Stop it. It's supposed to be a movie? No, it's a 12 episode Why, dude? Look at how much Idol Master crap there is, man. Oh man, that's not even to mention the games and the gacha games the trading card games and the actual bruh, enough. I know Japan loves their idol stuff, but that's just too much. Just too much. The Kingdoms of Ruin. Did I? Oh, I watched the first episode of this yesterday. Okay. This is another fantasy anime, but it's weird. But it's also gore in it. Oh, that's okay. Going there, huh? Alright, synopsis. Witches once blessed the human race with wisdom and peace. But the Radia Empire's gear expansion, industrial revolution in this brought about a culture of science that far surpassed magic, and the witches were viewed as enemies, impeding the progress of civilization. Thus began the witch hunts. One human named Adonis, raised by a witch named Adonis. I think Chloe's... No. Swears revenge against the human race that took his beloved mentor from him. What salvation can be found at the end of a blood that fueled by utter... Okay, so yeah. This is one of those all humans bad kind of anime. And, well, I will agree with it on this one, and they kind of are, yeah, but I feel like that's been overdone. So, yeah. I don't know where this is gonna go. This is just a revenge story, essentially. So, not much to it. Alright, next heavy hitter, of course, obviously, is gonna be Shield Hero Season 3. And first episode was already pretty strong. I think I liked Season 1 more than Season 2. Season 2 was a little... in some areas, could have done better. But we got to see Reptalia be freaking awesome. And she wore a priestess outfit and stuff. That was pretty like that. Yeah, we'll see how Season 3 gets to be, because it's got some pretty big shoes to fill. Because I like that it could have left off on Season 1, but it didn't. And it just kept going, and it kept building on the world, and I'm really like invested in it. So I'm really invested in this new world building they're doing, so I'm definitely gonna... The Saints' magic power is omnipotent, second season. This one was also 2020. Wow, time flies. I enjoyed the first one. Day is like the sweetest like character ever. She's adorable, and she's sweet, and she's nice. And there's men in this anime too, but it's okay because she's... But it's like, it's just kind of comfy in a way. It is mostly like a fantasy slice of life. Yes, this is isekai, but it doesn't even feel like it. They just kind of ignore it. Like, it's there, but it's not too important. They were summoned there. They wouldn't just appear hit by truck. She and some office lady got summoned, but they took the office lady to do like hero stuff, and Sei was left with like, well, what do we do with her? And then they're like, well, I guess she can just, I don't know, do whatever she wants. So she decides to like devote herself to like medicine and stuff. But yeah, this one's pretty comfy, pretty nice. If you need a palate cleanser, this is your anime. If you haven't watched the first one, watch it. If you already watched the first one, you know what's up. Oh, Seven Deadly Sins is getting even more stuff. The Vexation of a Shut-In Vampire Princess. I watched the first episode this morning of this. And you can't tell me that she is like literally not, what's her name? Yu from Arifureta. Heck, the art style even looks like it's Arifureta. So, I thought this was going to be a vampire fantasy. It turns out it's just comedy. And a little misleading, so... I don't know, I might end up dropping this one because... I'll read you the synopsis. 3 years into her life as a shut-in vampire, I'm not reading her name. We'll just call her freaking Yu. Komari for sure. Oh, right. Awakens to find that she's been appointed as a commander of the Imperial Army. The thing is, her new unit consists of belligerent ruffians who revolt against their superior at the slightest sign of weakness. Yeah, if you're weak, they'll kill you to try to go up. So now she has to fake it, essentially. And that's it. And I don't know what they're going to do with that. I guess it's just going to be her antics and stuff, but I don't know. I might not continue it. The Yuzuki family's fourth son. Oh, Family is everything. The four Yuzuki brothers lost their parents 2 years ago. How sad. And now work to raise themselves. Hayato, the eldest, then Mikoto, Minato, and the young Gakuto. Hayato works and provides for the family. Mikoto is relaxed and calm. Minato is full of energy. And Gakuto is wise beyond his years. The time actually. So this is just a slice of life with the four brothers. And look, I never had siblings, but I can understand it. I grew up with a lot of cousins. But this little piece of crap is so annoying. He's literally the worst character already, and I don't like him. Just a little crap stain, and I just, ugh. He's probably gonna ruin it for me, but I'm gonna keep watching it. It's just slice of life with the four brothers. Tokyo Revengers. No. So technically this is the third season. I have a lot of beef with Tokyo Revengers considering I've even watched the first 2 seasons. Because I don't really like this anime too much, but I just keep going because yeah. Yes, this one just has men, which is odd that I'm watching it. Huh. Also, it's airing on Disney Plus. What the heck? This is like, okay. So to summarize it, yeah, there's no synopsis. I'll summarize it because they're all literally just what do you call them in Japan? They're like delinquents, essentially. They're like gangs and stuff. And it's ridiculous because they're supposed to be like in middle school or like high school even, yet they look, act, and are as strong as like freaking like grown men, which is ridiculous. So dumb. But I just want to see how this goes because I don't consider this a good anime. And the main character, which oddly enough isn't even here, for some reason they don't even show him. Takemichi is the biggest crybaby in anime. Every episode of the second season is him just getting beat up, which is bad. Like, I don't like that. It's boring. Like, oh, I wonder how Takemichi's gonna get beat up this episode. I wonder who is gonna beat him up. I wonder how much he's gonna get beat up, and I wonder what dumb thing he's gonna say. He's weak. He's a crybaby. He always gets beat up, and he's the worst character of all time. They don't even have him on the cover. But I want to see how it goes. And yes, this is actually a time travel on anime. He's trying to like fix the fact that he got killed in a way, but not really. But then his love of his life that he didn't even bother confessing to gets killed, and then her brother is a cop now, and he wants his help, and it's going back and forth. But this other dude that's also a prick that I don't like is also able to time travel, but then he gets killed in the future, so he can't time travel anymore. So yeah, that starts getting a little confusing, but it's like you haven't fixed anything, and now there's more gangs, and it's a mess. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, the Uma Musume Pretty Derby Season 3. So, yes, I am a fan of Uma Musume. Not like I don't play the game, but I enjoy like the fandom of it. I like the concept of horse girl racing. I don't watch horse racing, but I think it's interesting in some way. Sorry, Trench, I prefer organic racing than cars. I'm how it is, especially when it's cute. But I like the first season as it was, but I enjoy the second season more because it has Teo and McQueen. Those are two of my favorite horses from the main cast. Like, personally, I like the Emperor, Simbali Rudolph. She's like my favorite horse girl. And Mr. CB. Those are my two favorite horse girls. But I like Teo because she's also one of the Simbalis, technically. The son of Simbali Rudolph, which is weird because how do you do that in the anime? Because they're all women? I don't know, but that's not the point. Point is, I like horse girls. They're adorable. I like their designs. I think it's now we have Kita-san Black, which is this horse girl, the main horse girl. That's the one they're going to be focusing on. And I think it's Satono Diamond and the main rival. Satono Diamond is her best friend. You actually see them in season 1 near the end. I think they're like still like they basically are going to enroll in the school. They're still young. And I think Duramente is the rival. She looks like she could be one of the Senpalis on. We got Goldship and McQueen and Teo here, so we'll see. Because Goldship is always getting hurt, and it's kind of funny. Then we have these 3 horse girls. I did watch the it was like an OVA. The Road to the Top. It's the OVA with what are they? Admire Vega, and I forgot these 2. I feel so bad because they're actually pretty nice. She's a little annoying though, but I think she's Top Road. Something Top Road. Admire Vega, and her. But it's only a it was 4 episodes it said, but I don't really remember 2. I remember it being pretty short. Yeah, they could have done more with that though. I like the rivalry they had because they all had their own special thing going, but I liked it. I do like Admire Vega. She's also one of my favorite horses. Yes, we're gonna watch season 3, and we'll see what's up. Undead Unluck. I watched the first episode of this yesterday, and I was confused. I was a bit scared, but most importantly, I laughed the whole way through. This is gonna have 2 cours. So, synopsis. What happens when an unlucky girl meets an undead guy? Tired of inadvertently killing people with their special ability Unluck, Fuko Uzumo, which is her, sets out to end it all. Yes, first episode is literally her about to jump into the train tracks. But then she meets Andy, which is that guy, this guy. A man who longs for death, but he can't die because he's immortal or something along those lines. He just regenerates. So, when he finds out that she's capable of giving him death, he just kind of starts annoying her. So, that's it. That's the whole plot. And it's funny because that first episode was pretty funny. So, it looks like they're going to join some sort of like organization too. Because they don't mention that. So, whenever she touches anybody or anybody touches her, like actual skin contact, skin, they get cursed with unluck. Depending on how long they touch her and like the type of touch, the luck gets worse. Like you can literally touch her and like a meteorite will fall on you. That's literally what happened to this guy. And it's, yeah, her parents gave her a goodbye kiss and their plane exploded. This is the first like minute. So yeah, I'm not spoiling much. Yes. So we'll see what kind of antics we get into. It looks like there's gonna be a pretty colorful cast of characters. So, yeah. Probably one of the contenders for best of the season. Under Ninja. Ooh. Okay, I didn't watch this because I'm hoping it's not here. So it had pretty bad CGI to begin with, pretty bad voice acting, and it just looks disgusting overall. So I might not, I'm not gonna watch this one, but I don't know, I can't tell if it's bad or not. That's the So yeah, that was the last one too. Wow, we're really finishing with that, huh? Really finishing with just the bad taste of the mouth. Okay. Yeah. Okay, overall, I think we have a pretty loaded season. In terms of, geez, this is way too much crap that I'm probably going to have to cut down a lot of. But overall, I'd say it's pretty strong. Pretty strong, especially because we got Arc Knights, Attack on Titan, Dr. Stone and Uma Musume. Those are like my big heavy hitters for me personally. Remember, everything here, all the opinion is just me. I have pretty bad takes. If you're gonna cancel me on Twitter, then go ahead. I honestly do not care. Yeah, but I think it's gonna be a fun season. A lot of fun anime, a lot of fantasy game. Weird. Beats isekais. Yeah, there are some I need to catch up on, and yeah, I'll probably just talk about it like I normally do when I'm gaming. Okay, pretty strong season. Okay. We've been going for an hour 45. That sounds about right. How much the other one took. Yeah, not much announcement wise. Yes, I am back. Not sick anymore. I did get hurt also, but that's also good. I do I still have horrible taste and I'm still coughing a little bit, but I should be able to just since it is October, yes, it is Stagtober, believe it or not. We are bringing Stagtober back, and now that we can stream. So, tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? Not today, tomorrow. Tomorrow, I want to actually do the DLC for Fear, because I never did Perseus Man at Extraction Point. I was going to do those last year, and I completely forgot about it because of other reasons. I might have gotten sick also. I get sick around October. So, we are going to... We're going to do that. If it doesn't run the entire stream, I'll find something else. Because there's other games I want to play. Spoopy games. The thing is, I'm not sure if I should start another, like, Fear 2 this month also. Because that might take too long. And I don't actually have that many Spoopy games on Steam. I might have some on Xbox. Yeah, we can't really find... I can't really think of much. So, we could play some Vermintide, Left 4 Dead with some mods, but for some reason, Derek's Left 4 Dead likes to kill itself whenever we play with mods. Maybe some Half-Life mods. Ooh, I might do Nightmare House. Some Half-Life mods, maybe some VR chat spoopy maps. I'll ask Jay about it too. But yeah, but there is one that I want to do for... I'll probably do it either on the 29th or the 30th. That one's going to be a surprise, though. I'm not going to talk about it yet, but yes, it's nothing big, but it's a thing I've been wanting to do for years now, but now I finally get the chance to do it. So, yeah. But, that's it. That's all we got for today. Good to be back. And this is going to be a fun month, I'd say. So, thank you for watching. You're all fantastic. And I'll see you next time.